G'day and welcome back to the 100 episode of that new hobby high, Ultramarines from scratch. Now, due to some requests, public requests, I have laid out my entire army, exactly everything I have painted in the last 23 months. So, since I started this hobby, if I waited another month, the 104th episode, 104th, it would have been fucking 1 year exactly, but I figure 100 round number, let's fucking kick it in the dick. Let's get going with it. I'll show you everything I've done, and I'll point out a few things where I'm going to expand onto, and later on, after this, I'm going to try and do a live stream where I'm going to talk about the lore I have learned. Now, I figured I might do that as a live stream so you can freaking rip me to shreds if I fuck it up. And, just have a chat. Freaking, that sounds like a good deal. But this is just what I've done with what I've done so far and what I think of each unit. And I'll give them a good rating and we'll have a bit of a waffle about them. What I'm currently doing and what's coming next. So, without further ado, my Ultramarines army from scratch. It started 23 months ago when a young innocent chap, myself, looked upon the YouTube video thing and came across my feed a video of Horus Heresy, a big man in angry armour stomping around with giant robots, screaming about his dad and being all pissed off. I had no idea where that preview fucking video would take me, but it turns out I was very, very wrong, and the angry dude in the angry armour was Horus, and he was actually the bad guy. But I didn't know that because that fucking video, if you look at that from a perspective of someone who's never fucking got any lore or even knew any of this shit existed, comes across as a good guy in the preview. Anyway, I bought the box, a $500 box, or $485 as it was fucking 2 years ago. And I pulled them apart and I thought, fuck, I can paint these. So I started with this chap, this one, and a unit of 10. Then I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a video about it. And that's where episode 1 of fucking Ultramarines from scratch came about. And since then, I've been learning the lore. I've been painting my 1 squad, 2 squads from the box, the freaking Praetor from the box, the Terminators from the box, the freaking Spartan from the box, all got finished. So I decided I'll take them out to a local club, which I did. And then I found out that I couldn't play said straight out of the box, and I had to buy a $100 book. And I learned to learn the rules, and freaking I thought, well, these work well, but I need more, so I bought that. And these work fucking okay, but I need something better, so I bought that. And then someone told me about this box of heavy weapons, and someone told me about this box of special weapons. And it grew 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 and hasn't fucking stopped growing since I've started. So, yeah. So from this unit of 10, all of this came through. So let me just take you through what I've fucking got in no particular order. Let me get this out of the mount. So I started off with these 2 tactical squads here, right? All done up dirty because someone told me, Calth got they were ambushed on a planet called Calth by another set of Space Marines, and it was all muddy and shitty. And so I thought, muddy and shitty texture, that sounds good. So I bashed out 2 units of 20. Fucking no worries. And I really enjoy them. These are my go-to dudes. If I have the opportunity to, I will brick a full 22 units of 20 man every fucking time I play. Every fucking time I play if I can. Unless I'm doing something special, in which case I'll nerf it. But they're so good, I want 2 more of them. I want another 2. 20-man squads, but with chain swords, and that's the next step for that. So 80 tactical Marines. What do we start with? Okay, Formentaris. My sad heart the day these were nerfed. I only got the last 5 painted 2 weeks before the nerf, so that was heartrending. But I still use them as a fucking assault squad. but they're a bit expensive. So unless I'm doing a big, like, major APOC game, I don't fucking use them too much. The most useless Terminators in the world, not because they're Terminators, but because they've got power swords. The most expensive Terminators with thunder hammers and the combi weapons and chain fists. Got another 5 of them over there. So I'm going to brick them out. So 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and that's a Pride of the Legion list. My favourite unit in the whole game, quad launchers. Absolutely favourite. Just love them. They'll see the table every time I play. The graviton cannons on rapiers. Played them twice. I think they got halfway through killing a Leviathan and then got sniped out by a las cannon crew. Apocryphes. There's never enough Apocryphes on the table. Have I got 3? I need another 8. They are coming. See now, Xiphon, an absolute fucking beast. Well worth. If that come out in plastic, everyone would be fielding 3 in the fast attack. No questions asked. For 125 points, the amount of damage they can do, they can one-shot a tank a turn, providing it's not knocked off the table on Overwatch or Intercept. The Gronk, the Grungle, and the Grunter, my 3 Spartans. I still can't get over how fucking retarded these things look, but they are just, the cheapest and biggest pieces you can get. Not cheapest points-wise, but just, you can pick them up for $120. So, like, fucking, why not have 3? Rhinos, everybody's favourite. But, sticking to the theme of Calth, they were all, like, mustering to fight orcs. So they went with, like, they loaded up all their tanks and freaking kitted them out with Havoc launchers to drop templates on fucking masses of orcs. So not the best thing against bloody other Marines, but I think, without a doubt, easily the nicest looking friggin' weapons to mount on any vehicle. I have my 5 tarantulas and my little mechanic marine and never used these ones yet. For fucking hell, they look so fucking cool. Jesus Christ, they look awesome. Really looking forward to the day I can freaking put them on the table and watch them wiped out the first 3 minutes. 3 Aquiters. Performed admirably in my first game last week. Looking forward to seeing them on the table a lot more. These are min-maxed. I am ashamed to say it. A Melter Volkite, that gun, a quad launcher, they are just powerful. The only reason they'd be more retarded is if I got another set of them and they put the las cannons on them. They're retardedly powerful, very tanky tanks, providing they don't get close combat with 5 hull points. Love them. This is the Gastro. And I call him that because when he drops that bloody big template on any Marines and they have to roll 4 frickin' saves, they fucking shit themselves. So Gastro, very good. I would prefer to have 2 of them in a unit, however, because they're good, but you need 2 of them together, one with the bloody Volkite and one with the anti-tank las cannons. But I like it. The Fellblade, what a fucking beast! What a fucking beast! Never disappointed. Just for amusement's sake, even if he does die and he blows up D6 plus 6 inches around him, take out half whoever's freaking next to him, and he's just a fun fucking unit. Despoilers. They've never reached the end of a game. Because they're close combat, I just figure, it's all right, I'll charge them into something close combat-y. And hence they've freaking ran into rampages, bloody fucking deliverers, and Russ. Not really good at figuring out how to use them just yet. I'll get there. I want another unit of those. Breaches. My absolute second favourite fucking unit. So tanky, so tough. They look so fucking mean, and they just sit on a freaking objective on your side, and they just soak up punishment and freaking keep the bloody objective points coming in. Fucking breaches are mint. Everyone slags them off. I fucking love them. I think they're fucking brilliant. Over here we have the Praevian. and his 5 dudes of Castellax. Before Castellax were cool with the bloody Mechanicum release, now they're just fun. They're just ridiculously fun. They blow up, they kill him, then they just wander around the table doing whatever the fuck they want. I've got my Mortificator, whose story is he got his mate freaking wounded, got his arm blown off, and he got his mate wounded and killed and stuck into that. So he's got his dread buddy, and he's trying to keep him alive to make up for him fucking up and getting him put in. I've got a whole story written up in on my computer at work. I mean, not at work, I mean in my own house domicile, about their little relationship and how he's freaking writhed with guilt, and the other fella's sort of just trooping along. The first dreadnought, the one that came in the box, Kick Dick McFungle, the walking battleship. Oh, just love him. Doesn't see the table too often, neither does he, because I just think dreadnoughts are so overpowered. I just don't feel like putting them on the table just yet. Over here, we've got bloody assault destroyers, and they were amazing with Volkites, yeah. And a couple of Toxifer and Flames. They were amazing last game. If I was going to do something better with them to make them a little bit more like fucking punch you in the dick, I'd take 2 of them, because 2 and 5 can get a special weapon, and I'd give them power mauls. So they get +2 to the strength, and that means, or +1 to their strength, and they, no, it's +2, it's power maul, +2. And that means because they got rad grenades, they're insta-nuking like three Marines a turn in close combat. Just love that idea. Praetorian Breaches, cool models. I've not found a use for them yet. I know I should probably put them in something like a Proteus so they can just charge out and attack. But, yeah, as they are currently, just as a standalone unit, I just sit them on an objective and the Breaches do that job better. Over here we've got Veterans with Nemesis rifles, which are flexing a bit in the weather. Now, they're supposed to be very good, but I've fielded them twice, and every time I've put them on the table, they've been fucking knocked off the table by bloody las cannon fire or sniper fire before they can get off one full round of shooting. So they're obviously, everyone else sees them at the other table, sees them as a threat, but I've not actually gotten any fucking kills with them at all. I think the last time I used them, Russ walked through them like a toddler would run through a puddle of water. Over here we have my Centurions. So we've got this one's my only fucking solar. It's a little assassin. I literally had to buy the book just to get the rules because I realised I didn't have the rules for him. I have your general, fill in the freaking blank style Centurion. I have oh Christ, I'm trying to remember all these fucking names. The shooty dude with the jump pack and the what's he called? I'm blanking on the name. Fuck it, you all know what he is. Moritat, Master of Signal, on a Mach 6 body, so he doesn't look so freaking short and stumpy. I love my Master of Signal. I think he's really cool. I have a Master Weapon Armistos. I have the very cool bloody original Praetor in the box. I have a fucking Primus Medicae. I have a newly completed Siege Breaker, and I have a Champion. Now, ultimately, the ideal is to get one of each console type in each armor, one in freaking normal, like standard marine armor, and one in cataphractic. I'm not really collecting Tartarus because I think they look like fucking teddy bears. Remus Van Anus. Fuck, I'm always happy with it. Every time I look at this, I'm happy with a fucking paint job. Remus Van Anus, a really good character, a really good model, and I think I've used him once, and I didn't get that when there's a game that didn't quite finish. Although I came very close to killing Conrad with him. And then we got Gilliman. He's doing his thing. He's the boss man. You can't go wrong with Gilliman. He's very happy. And I'm happy with him. Although I've only used him once. He killed Korax and then immediately died to Deliverers. Over here on the other shelf, because I ran out of fucking space, I've got two units of 10 of the special weapons, melters and autocannons. I will be building the other 6 units there, the 2 Volkites, the plasma gun and the flamers, and probably another set of autogunners, because I love the Terminator, Blaine vibe of those fucking things. Up here, 2 missile launcher units. I love missile launchers. I reckon they're value for money. Strength 8 and crack anti-air, and they're just fucking great all-rounders. And you don't get freaking frowned upon like you would if you were running 3 units of las cannons. They are worth their weight in gold. I reckon best heavy unit in the game. But I've also got melders, useless unless they're in a transport and can assault or run out. They're just fucking useless. I've never found. I don't think they've ever got a kill. The flamers, love them. Zone Mortalis, must fucking have. Plasma guns, very fun. If you like a bit of randomness to them, especially when they decide to fucking shit themselves. But yeah, just go for a rending with them ones. Heavy bolters, just fun. Just fun. No one pays any mind to them because everyone freaking thinks they're useless, but they pick off small units very well. I've got a unit of 20 Ultramarines Nemesis Destroyers. I like them, but I haven't found their fucking niche yet. I haven't found the pinpoint where they're actually good, where the freaking rad templates only freaking wound. I think they're actually literally meant for Gal Vorbak and elite units that aren't in Terminator armor. So very rare to get the right mix of target for that. And over the back here, I've got a single unit of 10 with the flamers of Inducti. And that's basically it. She's a good old fucking run. I'm actually find myself being quite proud of it. I know people paint better, but I've taken them to a few tournaments. I've won a few games. I've lost more, but I've enjoyed it a fucking lot. This hobby is just fucking spectacular, mate. So in the future, though, the next couple of stages, I've got the two of those things, 2 Kratoses, some Terminators. I have gone out and bought some in Caesarians, but because, I don't know if you can see them, no, I've had a crack at 1 or 2 of them, and they're really fucking stumpy. They're so short compared to the Mark 6s. So what I've gone and done is I went to Tortuga, and I've got the bloody, not Ultramarine bodies, but they're very similarly symboled, but to not tread on anyone's head, it's actually a genuine Games Workshop shield, head, shoulder, backpack, other shoulder, and axe. So it's 50% Games Workshop, 50, and the body's Tortuga. And the size-wise are just fucking good. They're going to be good. They got 15 of them, 5 for bodyguard for him, and 5 for just a unit of fuck you. Because basically, it's just Terminator. They're Terminators that can, they got they're essentially Terminator armor. Over here in the to-do pile for future reference, the other 3 heavy weapons squads, which we made. Another assault squad, which is going to be Locturus. I've got the Leviathan, which are going to be close combat Leviathan. Drop with drop pod. I've got 2 units of jet bikes, another Mark 6 and a Rhino. In the drawers of Doom, Vigilator. What's that? Champion, Liberian, and Apocryphy, and another 2 set of Cataphractes, and they're just bits and bobs. I wouldn't fucking worry about them too much. And and a couple of Forge World models there. So we got some the missile drop pods, the bloody Leviathan drop pod, and a couple of super heavies. So yeah, that's the fucking full army as it's going. Probably another 80 or 90 dudes to paint. just to fill out the special weapons and the heavy weapons. And then I'm going to start filling it out to what I expect it to be. 2 units, another 2 units of these fucking tactical squads. So we've got 4. Another unit of breaches, so 2. Another unit of despoilers, so 2. And, 2 units of jetpack assault marines. And, fucking one day I'll get bored of blue, but that day ain't coming. But this is the 100th episode, and I just wanted to really fucking thank all of yous who have watched and subscribed and fucking all of that. It's really, really fucking nice. When you're in a pub and you're telling a story and you've got the attention of like 2 or 3 people and you feel like the fucking king of the world because you're telling a story and everyone's paying attention to you. In this, like me doing this YouTube thing, and I've got 700 people, 300 or so watch it every week, and it's an amazing feeling, and I just really fucking appreciate all of you. I really just appreciate the Horus Heresy vibe, to be fucking honest. People play because they love the game. They don't go, I'm not playing this faction today because it's fucking underpowered or it's not fucking working well in the meta. They just play and they deliberately nerf themselves to give them more story with their fucking armies. And everyone's friendly. There's no cocks, there's no dicks, there's no donkey fuckers. Everyone's just a nice person who loves playing war games in this fantasy history futuristic setting. And it's fucking spectacular. I think yous are all fucking mint. I really do. And I love it when you talk to me through the messages and you send me messages or hints or freaking bits and bobs. I respond to almost everyone I see if I can. And if I do miss you, it's an apology. I've just missed you. Sometimes that shit happens too. But I love a lot of yous, and thank you very much for being part of me growing my army from 10 men to fucking 15,000 plus points with another 8,000 to go. I'm not getting bored with it. I really hope you're not. I love a lot of yous. Thank you for watching. At 100 episodes, you have my deepest gratitude, and I just love each and every one of you. Anyway, take care of yourselves all. Give your missus a kiss, and I'll catch yous all later. Cheerio.